Hey everyone, Ben back from Living Survival, and today we're going to take a look at these brand new lights from BioLite. We have the BioLite AlpenGlow 500 and the baby brother, the 250. Now, we had a tornado come through here a couple miles north of us about 2 weeks ago, and we were out of power for 4 days. So let me tell you how handy it was to have these and how many uses we used for them, whether it was to, chop up food or cook, or use as a night light next to the bed, or set it on the table just for some light in the middle of the night. I took it camping one night. So, these have really come in handy for just general preparedness, being prepared in the event that you have something that might knock out your power. And of course, just for camping as well. They make great lanterns to set by the fire. If you're having a party or something, they got party modes to them. We're going to look at all that. So they really have a lot of uses to them and a lot of different functions, and they're really, really fun for the kids too, which is cool. So we're mainly going to focus on the 500, the bigger one. We certainly got more use out of this, just more general use. The 250 is pretty much the same. We're going to go over a couple differences you have there, but overall build quality is really solid. It's just like a solid sort of, egg-shaped or sort of rounded rectangle shape to it. It has chroma real LED technology in it, so the light that it outputs is really soft. It's really natural. And again, it works really, really well for just general tasks like cooking, or when you need light, on a subject, you can have that. It works great for ambient lighting as well. On the body itself, it has 4 LEDs. When you turn the light on, these light up, and they are going to show you the status of your charge. I'm actually only at 1 bar on this. We used this in the entire time, and I was surprised, even leaving it out on the table at night on low, it lasted for the entire time. It actually will run 200 hours on that low mode, which is really, really nice. So it goes up to 500 lumens, but of course it has multiple different colors, and you can dim it as well. On the bottom here, there is a hook, so you can easily hang that from a ridge line or hang it from the center of the tent, which I did one night when I took my daughter out for a quick overnight. And again, really durable. It is IPX4 weatherproof, so it will withstand some light rain. The dew did collect up top here from the tent because we didn't put a fly on because it was a really nice night. But towards the morning, we did start to get a little bit damp with dew, and so this got damp. It didn't damage it at all. It seems really, really well sealed up top there. So it can take some light rain and some splashes. You could certainly use this by the pool at night or something. You just can't submerge it. So the hook's really nice. On the top, you have your mode button, just a single button. It does a bunch of different things, but even though it does a bunch of different things, it's actually pretty straightforward once you use it a couple times. There's also 2 ports on here, so this can actually be used as a battery bank. This one has a 6400 milliamp battery bank built in, so you have this next to you at camp. You can pop open the USB port here, and you can charge your devices, charge your phones, charge a flashlight while the light is on as well. And then it also has the micro USB input here to be able to charge. So when operating the lantern, you have 4 primary modes and 4 secondary modes, and then this one actually has a additional special mode to it. To cycle through the primary modes, you just continuously hit the top button. Now it is going to pick up where you left off as far as which lighting mode you had it on, but you just cycle through with a single click of the light here. So we can go through our different modes. We have a cool white, a warm white, a single color, and then a multicolor. So those are going to be your 4 primary modes. Now within those primary modes, you can do a couple different things with the light. So we can go ahead and go back to that cool white light. Now when we're in this mode, it's lighting up both sides of the lantern here, and we can hold the button down, and that's going to change your brightness. It's going to dim all the way up, and it's going to flash and let you know it's all the way up. Now that's tremendously bright. This is the 500 lumen setting. We never use the 500 indoors. Outdoors, maybe set it on a picnic table and you'd have a ton of light. but you can see you can just hold it down and go back into its dimmest mode. Now we can do the same by going into the warm light mode. So we just turn it on. It's going to go back to that cool white, which is where we left it off, and then you just click it again and it'll go into the warm light mode. Again, on this mode, you just hold it down and it's going to cycle through brightness. So it's going to go all the way up and it's going to go all the way down, just giving you a little bit warmer of a light there. So we can turn that back off. Again, when we turn it back on, it's going to come back to that mode, and we can click it again to go to the next mode. So I'll turn it back on, click it again, and now we're in the single color mode. Holding down the top button on this mode is going to change the color of the single color. So we can hold that down, and you can see it's going to cycle through all different colors here, and we can go ahead just let go wherever we want to let go, whichever lighting color we'd like. So if I just want to leave it off there, we can let go. Again, you can just hold it down again and it'll go through even more colors, and we can let go. Really, really cool for the kids, or if you're having a party, for example, you can put it on all different modes, all different colors, which is cool. So that's the third mode, the solid color mode. We can go into the next mode. We'll turn it off, turn it on, and go again. Now this is the multicolor mode. So you can see that you get kind of a multicolor up and down. And if I hold it down, those are going to change depending on how long I hold the button. So we can, put it into a cool kind of blend mode there, and really cool. Again, just something that's definitely going to create conversation at camp. Something cool for the kids to play with. They can put it on all different lighting modes. And so it's cool that it has those 4 primary modes: the cool white, warm light, the single color, and then the multicolor. Now this lantern actually has an accelerometer in it, so that's how you access the secondary modes within those primary modes. You're going to give it a shake just like you're shaking a cocktail, and that's how you activate the secondary mode. So if we go back into our first mode here, the cool white mode, if we shake it, it's going to turn off one of the sides. Now this is really, really cool because you can set it against things, and you're only going to have the light coming out. So we had this set on our TV stand where it was just putting light out. Bedside table, putting light out that way. I even put it on the back of my stove, so it was just lighting up where I was cooking. So really cool way to not waste light on the other side, direct light to where you want it. And again, you're saving tons of battery life by doing this. So this is what I used when I set it on the table at night when we all went to bed. Set it on the kitchen table and it functioned just like a night light. And again, it ran the entire 4 days that we were out at night. So that's how you access that mode. You just give it a shake and it's going to access that special mode. So with the white light, you get the half light by shaking it. Now when we go into the warm light mode, shaking it puts it into a candle, which is really cool. We're getting into some really cool stuff that I've never seen on a lantern before. So if I give it a shake, just like a cocktail, it's going to go into its candle mode. And you can see here that it's just basically flickering like a candle. We can turn the brightness up and down on this, just like we could with the white light. I didn't show you that on the white light, but even though it's on half of the light, you can turn the brightness up and down on that. So we can turn this up and down, and again, you get that confirmation flash when you're at the brightest or when you're at the dimmest. All right, so let's put it in the third mode, the single color mode. So we have our single color mode here. Again, just holding it down, we can change the color of that single mode. Now when we give this mode a shake, it's going to rotate through the colors automatically. So I can go ahead and give it a shake, and you're going to see that it'll just sit here and it'll function just as if you were holding the button down and changing the color. So it just cycles through those different colors. Again, something that's pretty cool. In our fourth mode here, our multicolor mode, same thing. We can give it a shake, and this is called Multicolor Party. So it's actually going to stay on those multicolor modes, but it's going to switch between them. The same, again, as if you were to hold down the top button. It's just doing it on its own. Now this fourth mode, the Multicolor Party mode, this is where you can access your special mode. So I can go ahead and give it a shake again, and it goes into what they call Fireworks mode. So it's going to give you different lights shooting all over the place in there, changing colors. And again, really, really cool for the kids. They love this mode. They leave it on this mode most of the time. So when it's just sitting still in its primary mode with the color here, we can hold it down and that's going to change the color. When we shake it, it's going to rotate through those colors automatically. Now when we hold the button down in this mode, you can change the speed. So it's got an LED at the bottom, middle, and the top, and you can change the speed. So we have our slowest, medium, and our fastest, and if I let go, you can see that it's going to cycle through the colors quite a bit quicker. Same works for that multicolor mode. If we put it in the multicolor mode, again, if I hold it down now, it's just going to change the color. If I shake it, it's going to change the color automatically, and then I can hold it down and it'll give you the different speeds for how fast that's going to go. So leave it at the top one, that's going to make it rotate the fastest. It also works on fireworks mode. So if I shake it again and hold it down again, you can see that was on the medium. We can turn it up to the high. Then you just get a crazy firework pattern that's shooting all over the place. The kids love it. And a cool conversation piece as well. So it seems complicated, but it's really not. Once you get the modes down, you're really only just putting it into 4 standard modes, shaking it to get to the secondary mode, and then there's a couple different things, obviously, that you can do to change brightness or change speed, depending on which mode you're in. The lantern also has a lockout mode, so if we go ahead and we hold the button down when it's off, it's going to, I think it takes like 8 seconds or so, and you're going to get a confirmation, and now the light is locked off. So if you put it down into a bag or a pocket and you try to turn it on, it's just going to give you these 2 flashes, and it's not going to go any further. Great for having, it not activate in a bag or a suitcase or something if you're traveling with it. Again, I can hold it down again for 8 seconds, and it's going to come out of that lockout mode, just like that, and then I can operate it just like normal, and I can cycle through all the different modes. So really, really capable lantern, probably one of the most capable lanterns I've seen with all the different lighting modes that you can put it in and how useful it is. Being able to use it as a battery bank, which is cool. Being able to charge it while you're using it, which is really cool. And then this thing just really, really came in quite handy when we had the storms and the power outage. Now I just want to speak briefly about the small one. Pretty much the same operation, but there's a little bit of a difference. Obviously it doesn't have as big of a battery bank in it, but it does have a battery bank in it. This one has a 3200 milliamp, where we have a 6400 milliamp on this. It also does have the USB out to be able to charge a device, and of course you can charge it up. Has the LED status on the front of your charge. So really quite similar, just a couple differences in the modes, and I'll go through those with you now. So again, this is the AlpenGlow 250, AlpenGlow 500. So if we go, I can cycle through to the white light. Again, you just keep cycling through. It's going to memorize where you left off. So we have the same operation for white light. We have our white light. I can make it brighter, I can make it dimmer by holding down, and I can shake it to put on just the one side. And again, on the one side, I can turn that up bright, or I can turn it down low. So same as the big brother on that mode. You can turn it off, go to the next mode. This one's the same as well. If I shake it, it's going to go into that candle pattern, candle lighting mode. And again, we can change the brightness of that just by holding down the button. You can see it's quite bright there. We can turn it all the way down to the bottom, and you get a lower candle flicker there. So again, same as the 500. Third primary mode on this one, the single color. Again, it just has a single color. We can hold it down and it'll scroll through all different colors, and we can let go on the color that we want to leave it at. And again, we can shake it and that will go through the different colors on its own. Again, we can hold it down on that, and you're going to get the 3 LEDs to change the speed of it. I guess this one doesn't have 3, it just goes through the 3 different colors. So we can leave it on there, and that should be the fastest. Now it's rotating through the colors quite fast. And then on our 4th mode here, the multicolor mode, you can see just a little bit different layout here. It's got the colors on both sides. This one has 3 different colors within it. So a little bit of a difference there. Again, you can hold this down and you can change the colors on both sides to be 2 different colors, and we can shake it, and that's going to go ahead and do it on its own. And again, we can hold it down and that will change the speed of it. So just a little bit different how they function in their 4th mode, the multicolor party mode. This one also does not have the fireworks mode, so it doesn't have that additional shake that you can do with the bigger one. to get it into the fireworks mode. It's just going to go back to the multicolor mode. So really, really cool lanterns, whether you get the 250 or the 500. We use them both quite a bit. Again, this one was our main, and this one went into the bedroom with us. If we needed to go to the bathroom or something, you could just pick this up and take it with you. They're really durable, really sturdy, and definitely the coolest lanterns that I've ever used or I've ever tested. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up for me, and please share this video to any friends or family on your social media, and I will see you guys on the next video.